going on, TTC? New Rob Report. Man, football season is right around the corner. We got training camp starting all over the league. I think everybody's training camp started sometime this week. Football is back. It's back all over the news. It's all over the TV. It's everywhere. You feel the excitement, rising up. You feel the excitement growing. Everybody's, you're getting that feeling in your stomach. Football is almost here. We got another 2 weeks, and the first preseason game is going to be played. So it's real exciting. Real exciting. Football season is finally back. And for me, it's football season and then waiting for football season. So I don't really get too deep into basketball or any other sport for that matter. But if there was going to be one, it would be basketball. But I only very marginally watch basketball, and usually only during playoffs and finals time. But yeah, football's back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It gives my life, outside of my girl and my daughter, it gives my life purpose again. TTC hasn't been too active out of the NFC West. Very little activity from anywhere except for the NFC South and a little bit of the NFC East. I think that the TTC really is, there's more members, I believe, out of the NFC East and South anyway, and a lot of the long tenured video makers are from the East and the South. So I think that's why most of the activity comes out of there. So I haven't really seen too much from my Seahawks video makers, nor my 49ers, Cardinals, or like I said, anybody else. But all Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons, and then those boys, man, those boys go hard in this TTC, man. I've been keeping up with them and doing the Google Hangouts with Saints Uptown, RTP, Pint 1998, and Saint Swag, or Super Saint, or whatever one he is right now. I don't even know all those cats, man. All those cats, and man, they go hard, boy. That TTC is really on a whole nother level than how we pretty much do it out here in the West. Hey, it is what it is. And man, speaking of that, there's a whole thing going on, and I'm new to the TTC. I'm just going into my 3rd season, and there's some cats at the TTC, man, that people just generally don't like. This dude named Tyson. These dudes don't like this boy named Tyson, man. This cat apparently takes to putting people's private information online, taking pictures of people's kids and addresses, and I don't know, just all kind of crazy shit, and which is whack, and so there's beef going about that, dude. Then there's beef going back against people who are like, don't worry about it, I don't really have a dog in the fight. All right, I don't have a dog in that fight at all. I do appreciate TTC for it being about football, but I have seen St. LJ video and RTP's video, man, and I feel where they're coming from, man. Like, yeah, keep it all about football, sure, but when somebody steps out of line, bro, you gotta smack them up. Like I said, I don't know too much about the whole situation. I don't really care to, but hey, man, hey, we all in here trying to do our TTC thing, man. I have fun doing this shit, man. Got my Slurpee from 7-Eleven, boy. I'm up out here in Southern California, San Diego. It's hot. It's hot. So yeah, man. 12th man, where we at? I haven't seen. I think Super Rookie made a video earlier this summer, or maybe even later in the spring. And that was pretty much it. I haven't seen Seahawk Night. I don't think I haven't seen 24/7 Seahawks, Hawk Nest, Pigpen, any of those cats. I've seen a couple of comments. We got a female Seahawk, a female 12th woman, Stephanie Tannum. I hope you decide to make some videos. We could use the support. We're always gonna go hard for our team, but hey, we see you on the comments. Let's get in front of the camera. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Why not? But yeah, we haven't got there hasn't been a whole lot of action coming out, man. I mean, the whole TTC, but definitely from I want to see our boys, you know, putting some videos up. You know, we need to get some action going. Also, for everybody, get into these Google Hangouts, man. Like when I'm in them, I try to make sure that I send invites to our folks, man. These Google Hangouts is where it's at. Look, we all like to do our videos and do our trash talking in the videos, but these Google Hangouts is where it's at, man. If you really want to, if you really, I mean, maybe you're not really into the whole trash talking for the sake of trash talking. Maybe you just want to do your videos, and that's cool. But if you're gonna trash talk in your videos, you got to be able to trash talk live. Okay, you got to be able to trash talk live. And in these NFC South and East cats, boy, they are about that live trash talking. They're about that live trash talk. You got to get up in these Google Hangouts, man. You can see these when you see these invites, man, get in there and you know and say your piece. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, going in there and winning. You know, you got to go in there and say your piece. No matter what you say, just say something. You know, these Google Hangouts is where it's at. So when you get that invite, you know, if you have the ability to get in there and let your voice be heard in these Google Hangouts. I've actually got in now and you know got a little more interpersonal with a lot of these other cats that I didn't really know. You know, RTP for one, Pint 1998 another one. You know, a lot of these cats, even Saint Swag. You know, I talk to these guys a lot more. Saints Uptown. I like Saints Uptown, boy. Saints Uptown got a big mouth. All right, Saints Uptown one of these. Saints Uptown, he's funny to me. Saints Uptown is one of these big black Bernie Mac looking motherfuckers, right? Big mouth, loud, you know, talk over everybody. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something out the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness. That's Saints Uptown. He look like Bernie Mac. He's a Bernie Mac looking motherfucker, but he cool. He cool. So all these cats, man, they're all real good, man. All these South and East cats, man, they're good. Get in the hangouts with them. Let your voice be heard. Let them get to know us a little bit more, you know, than just the videos that we make. Because the videos don't really get our real personality out there, you know. You gotta do the hangouts, man. We still got these cats, man. These kids out there being young and dumb. You got Cleveland, Josh Gordon in trouble again. Who knows what's gonna happen to him. You got the boy from Jacksonville. He's in trouble again. What's his name? Justin Blackman from Jacksonville. He's in trouble. You know, these guys, man. These are and the repeat offenders. You know, maybe not the same crime per se, but they're repeat offenders. They go out there, they get in trouble, they get told not to fuck up again, and they fuck up again. I don't know, man. I don't know what the problem is. I am certainly glad that for the most part, my Seahawks haven't had any trouble like this. And I certainly hope that trend continues, because I am sick of hearing about these kids going out there, man, and just doing the best they can to throw away the gift that they have, throw away the opportunity that they have to do great things. I feel sorry for them and their families. Not so much for them, but their families, you know. But two, I feel sorry for the fans of that team. I feel sorry for a fan like myself who has a team where players on that team are just doing stupid shit and ultimately hurting the team. That's why I was so mad about Brandon Browner and Walter Thurman last year. You know, those guys are grown men. Yes, they're young kids for the most part, but they're grown men. They're making their own decisions. I don't feel so bad for them as I do for me, because I'm emotionally invested in my team. Okay, I have an emotional investment in my team. I'm a real fan, and when stupid shit hurts my team, it hurts me. So I don't like that shit. So I feel bad for the Jacksonville Jaguar fans who are if nothing else just full of hope that their team is gonna sooner or later rise up out of the ashes, okay, and be relevant in this league. Anyway, speaking of that, sucking for the fans, man. These players. All right, so I guess we got to talk about the pink elephant in the room. Marshaw Lynch is holding out of training camp. I'm a little bit torn. Okay, I'm torn. Now, just so we don't get anything misunderstood, because I know there's somebody out there who watches my videos who's going to call me who's going to look for the opportunity to call me a hypocrite. Okay, so before you even go there, okay, Marshaw Lynch signed a contract. When you sign a contract, you sit down at a table, you and your representative speak to them and their representatives. You come to an agreement, you shake hands, you sign your name on the paper, and it's a contract. It's a contract. You sat there and agreed to it. Now, I understand that there are certain situations where players should, you know, I don't know about hold out for a moment, but should ask for more money because they deserve it. When you're in a rookie contract making somewhere around league minimum, and you break out as a premier player, you should get more money. You should ask for more money. If you're a middle of the road player and haven't really had your opportunity yet to really shine, and you have a breakout year and show that you actually are a premier player in the league, you should get more money. You deserve more money. But Marshaw Lynch, 2 years ago, signed a contract, I think it was 2 years ago, paying him as a top 5 running back in the league. Top 5. He's getting paid as a top 5 running back as we speak. Now he wants to hold out for more money. Why? Because he won the Super Bowl? He didn't lead the league in rushing. He didn't lead the league in touchdowns. He didn't lead the league in average yards per carry. He didn't lead the league in broken tackles. He didn't lead the league in anything. And that's not the point. Marshaw Lynch signed a contract, and he lived up to it. Now, doing what you said you were going to do, what you were doing, what you were supposed to do, doesn't mean you get to get more. So, get to break your contract and get more, for that matter. I think at least Marshaw Lynch should play out his contract, or at least play out this year, because next year is his contract year. This isn't even his contract year. Now, I can understand. I would even make a little bit of an argument to say, okay, maybe he's trying to get more money, just get it restructured. You know, maybe not get so much more, not get more money total, but just restructure, maybe get more money this year or whatever. I don't know. But that's not what I understand the case to be. I understand Marshawn just wants more money. Seattle has so far made it clear that they don't plan on giving Marshawn any more money. So unless this is some media ploy or just hearsay, well, he didn't show up, so you know, I don't know. I'm hoping this all just disappears. I'm hoping I just go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and it's just gone and he's playing football. But I will say this: just like I try to stay as consistent as possible at all times. If Marshawn Lynch does not want to honor his contract, fuck him. This is beast mode we're talking about. Okay? I'm a Marshawn Lynch advocate. Marshawn Lynch has done great things for us. But we have a backup plan for Marshawn Lynch. Okay? If Marshawn Lynch doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do and act an ass, c'est la vie, right? I don't know. I can't sign on for you know, I can't sign on for irrational stuff. It's irrational. He could at least play this year, and then in his contract year, start talking contract stuff. But no, you don't. I don't sign on for it. Does he deserve more money? He's getting paid like a top 5 running back. He got a top 5 contract. Top 5. What more does he want? He was only a top 5 running back. He was paid to be a top 5 running back, and he was a top 5 running back. I don't remember where he exactly finished, but it wasn't number 1, and it wasn't number 2. So the only thing he has, I'm thinking, to hang his hat on is the Super Bowl trophy. And I don't know, man. I totally appreciate what Marshaw Lynch has done for us. And who knows, maybe we would or maybe we would not have gotten where we got without him. But if someone tells me they're going to give me $100 to mow their whole lawn, and after I mow their whole lawn, now I'm talking about, hey, you know what? I should get $120 because the job I did. That doesn't make no fucking sense. No. So, man, look, I am excited for Christine Michael's ability, and Robert Turbin has certainly been workable at the backup position. If either one of those two guys were to get all the carries, I don't necessarily think that we can't be just as effective running the ball. Really, I think Seattle's offense has become so dynamic that the way that with Russell Wilson being the key piece there, it won't matter whether we're throwing or whether we're running. The threat of doing either or in our offensive scheme, it won't matter who's running the ball. Not really, anyway. We picked up the running backs to back Marshawn Lynch up with the concept of having a running back similar to Marshawn Lynch. Somebody that can bruise, somebody that can pound, and somebody that's got some breakaway speed. We have all of those things in both Christine Michael and Robert Turbin. Turbin's a little smaller, but he's still a bruiser. He's big. You ever seen that dude's biceps? So, man, I hate it. I said, look, I'm all about the team, okay? But I'm a player. I'm a fan of the Seattle Seahawks before I'm a Marshawn Lynch fan, before I'm a Percy Harvin fan, before I'm a Russell Wilson fan, before I was a Golden Tate fan, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, doesn't matter who, Pete Carroll, doesn't matter who. I'm a fan of the Seattle Seahawks. So if any one player is being a detriment to the success of my Seattle Seahawks, then I'm changing my opinion. They got to go. Marshawn Lynch. If Marshawn Lynch is going to be a detriment to Seattle, he's got to go. Let him sit. Let him do what he wants to do, because we have a backup plan. Anyway, that's all I got. Just jumping on real quick. We got the season coming up here real soon. We'll see what happens through the rest of training camp. See what happens with this whole ordeal. We suffered through these months and months and months of agony with no football, but it's finally back, thank goodness. And, hey, man, as far as the 49ers go, fuck the 49ers.